And hello and welcome back, everyone, to another Rock Radio USA episode number 3 with Captain Kirk himself. The captain is here. He has arrived, and we're excited to announce the Bomber's out. The Bomber is out now on all streaming. You can check it out on YouTube, Bandcamp, all the bells and whistles.
There'll be more coming.
And plenty more coming. Yeah. Last time we had you was the special, number 69.
Yeah.
Shout out to
number 69.
Rock Radio.
Shout
69,
out to
good times.
Sex.
There we go.
And no, that was a fun time. You guys came back over the summer and laid out 21 mean live tracks. It was awesome.
That was fun.
That was a good time.
It was really fun. A lot of yucks.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And yeah, a lot of product.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we got out of all that, and we came in like really, I would say not real focused. Let's just say, but
Really? You guys didn't come prepared?
Are you kidding? That's not in our repertoire. So, no, we play by the seat of our pants a lot of times, which is, can be scary for the audience sometimes. But no, it's fun. A lot of yucks though. A lot of
I
fun.
like that. It's funny that the single we released, the Bomber itself, was actually the third take. I don't know if you recall, but you guys had ran 2 takes, and I was like, man, this one sounds mean. This one sounded real good. Let's run it again. And then that third take.
You got to hear
it.
You do have to hear it.
Extra turbo, man.
Yeah,
like
it's like,
extra
okay,
overdrive.
I don't know really what that, so all of a sudden, I think John got a little, all right, let's put it in overdrive, exactly.
Yeah.
And that was fun. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I listen to that now, and I laugh still. Just like, what the hell happened there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The end of it, you can hear us just laugh, because like, what did we just do?
Yeah.
So, but that's what it's like. It's like lightning in a bottle.
Great song.
A lot of
Yes.
a lot of times, it's, you just want to catch it.
Absolutely. You guys got some electric
Yeah,
songs
doing it
for
live.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. I
There
like
it
playing
is.
live.
Yeah.
And it's always different. It's hard to like, if you want to hear us play that song again like that, good luck. I'm kidding.
Love it.
We'll
That's
try.
awesome.
We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try to do it nice and neat for you.
Man,
yeah,
how
that was
long has you guys been playing the Bomber for? How long does that song go back for?
That song's, that goes back, and this is before any, I read a story. I think I told this story before, possibly on the other show, but I read a story about John McCain. Okay, and then it's basically about, it's about PTSD, and so there's a couple things that it influences that, but it's also, I remember we were talking about this the other day about, my dad was in the Air Force in Korea, so there's a little bit of that there.
That's right.
But yeah, where the stuff comes from is, in that case, history, and then hearing stories about, for instance, and there's another song we do called "Look Out Below" about, more or less about, prisoners of war or something like that. But it has to do with John McCain, and the story goes that he's like, he got shot down and was in the Hanoi Hilton, but before that, the guy was actually on an aircraft carrier where a rocket went off and went right into his plane. And this is there's a horrible story. It's one of the worst naval disasters during Vietnam. And
wow.
He was like sitting in his plane ready waiting to go off. And so I wrote, that was another about the, another part of one of those songs. But, a lot of it comes from history. A lot of the other songs are like about friends and stuff. We've discussed it, but where does it come from? It's a good question. It really is. But yeah, that one basically kind of stems from just war history. And just reading.
Daddy was a bomber.
Yeah.
Great lyrics.
Yeah.
And I like how you kept it mysterious, but.
And just, I think the part about just tell me to shut up, because that's what it was. I don't want to hear about that, and that's what it was. It's like, they don't want to hear about it.
Yeah,
they did a good job or whatever, but that's what they had to do or whatever. But in other cases, some of the other songs we do, war related, let's say, or some of it's circus related. Some circus
love
songs.
the circus stuff.
A lot of circus things.
Yep.
And then a lot of things about just autobiographical or about friends, like stories.
Did
about
you
my
and
friends.
Matt go to history class together?
No, he was actually a year ahead of me.
Okay.
And by the time I think he graduated, I
Remember, kids, history is his story.
Yeah, there you go.
Think for yourself.
All you women, hit the bricks.
Damn, look out, gentlemen. Oh, it's a man's world. Yeah.
Question everything.
Yeah, question it all. So,
No, but for real, we're feminists here, so
we are truly
it's
through and
her
through.
story. Yeah, her story.
it really
real.
is.
It really is her story. Truly.
Speaking of which, all right, women, can't live with them. Can't live with them. I hear you breathing out there. Yeah. Shut up. Just stop yourself now. All right, yeah. No, I'm, relationships,
Yeah.
Some recent stuff is about, just the hard facts of life, just what love can do to you.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And you and Matt go way back.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How long ago were you playing together again?
We played probably at least 30-something years, I think. At least since, yeah. And then...
How'd you meet Matt again?
high school. Just
high school days.
He was a couple years older, and just through, through friends or whatever. But he didn't start playing. He's kind of like how I did.
Yeah.
There was a guitar player who needed a bass player, and so he got me a guitar. We got a guitar or whatever, and he showed me a couple things. This is like freshman year in high school or 8th grade or so, and he shows me a couple things because he was good, old friend of mine, Jeff Kruger. He was really good, and he showed me stuff, and I started playing. And it's kind of the same thing with Matt. I needed a bass player. I started playing the guitar, and he picked up the bass and became proficient enough to rock us out, and
awesome,
and does a good job. And we found Mike. He showed up at work one day, and he had a
Who's
T-shirt.
that?
Yeah,
who's playing there?
Yeah, and he's like, what did he have on? He had like a Beatles shirt or something. But I remember meeting him and going, And the same thing with John was the story with him was just I
Shout
looked
out
at
to
him.
Mars Six Gun.
Yeah, Mars Six Gun.
That's his
One of the
real
best
name,
players out there.
Yeah, he's good. I love him. And then John, I met at work also. I just looked at him one day. I don't know. I was playing harp. I was actually sitting, in the room, whatever, kind of like just sitting there going, playing around, and And I looked at him. He's at school or whatever. I go, "You're a drummer." And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, I don't know why I just said it, but I'm like, "You're a drummer." Like, yeah. So. It's
I
fate.
am a drummer. That is fate.
And he's like, he was. I go, yeah. He was like, well, good. I need you.
Yeah.
So that's where we picked him up. He did still, the Bomber song. You got to listen to that because the drumming on that is
link below.
It's like somebody else. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
it was good. I love it.
You guys really crushed.
It was a fun night.
Live session.
It was a really fun night. You guys, we got a lot done.
And John, he's a great drummer. Mars Six Gun, phenomenal player.
Yeah.
And you guys laid it out, man. And tomorrow, we got Jam 13.
Oh yeah, we're gonna release that tomorrow.
Hitting the radio, hitting the streams.
Yeah,
there you go. So the second
out.
one is coming out. Link below. Check out Jam 13 by
that's
the
another
Zookas.
one. That just
It's cooking.
Yeah, that would I like just because there's no lyrics or anything. It's just a jam, but you get to hear Mike just go at it, and I enjoy it every time I listen. I still I smile. It just brings a smile to my face. That's a good one.
Well, you guys.
So really,
you
check it
brought
out.
Smiles to everyone in the studio that day. That was we had a great time. Yeah. It was a fun time.
Yeah, and with Mike, basically, just getting him out is, it's tough because he's busy. So,
he's a busy man.
But he is just
man
like
of many talents. He's
he
Renaissance man.
Again, he just adds a wonderful dimension to what we're doing. I always say that it's like just having him brings out, more or less, with Matt and I and John, he just makes us that much better. We're not that good, but he makes us better. That's what I always tell people.
I really like.
We're not that. No, what my dad used to tell us. You guys aren't very good, but you're loud.
Is that what Pops used to say for real?
No, you guys aren't really good, but you're pretty loud.
That's like Ted Nugent's claim to fame. He's like not the fastest or not the best player ever. He's like the world's loudest guitar player. He's like known as that. It's better than nothing. It's better than being the worst guitar player.
We played for a long time in a house, the old farmhouse that we lived in Northbrook. And the basement was this huge basement, and we had all this equipment set up down there. And my parents would go out, and we'd be down there all night long, And probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock, they'd be coming home from whatever they were doing. And all of a sudden, you'd see the light flashing, within the basement, from the upstairs. Like, okay, we're done, They'd be like, So they'd be more or less, just tired of us. You guys.
Even on the farm?
No, this was. But they'd be coming home at 11 o'clock at night. We're still like going at it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done. Everybody would scatter. Yeah, we used to have a lot of big parties there. That if those walls could talk. Yeah, it was like one of the places in Northbrook that back in the day, you guys, was it Thursday or Friday? All of a sudden, there's a party at this place where 150, 200 people show up. Kegs of beer, the whole thing. Happened a lot.
Gotcha.
And when my parents finally, I'll never forget when they found out, like decades later, they were still pissed. They were like, "What?"
They were
they were just like,
awesome.
"You what?
You're grounded."
Yeah, you're grounded. I'm 40 or whatever.
Shout out to Mom and Dad. That's awesome. Well, also, Metal Edge Records.
Yeah.
You guys had your show there, and your dad showed up.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was great.
Yeah, Paul, love him.
Yeah.
Again, shout out to Paul, Metal Edge. You guys check him out. Okay.
Super cool.
He's
super cool
he's
spot.
A good friend, and he's helped us out. He likes us, and it's good to. He's got this beautiful. You guys, like I said, the summertime playing like there's a grotto in the back of that place.
Yeah, I love it.
It's wonderful. That's a wonderful set.
Yeah, Tommy will be at the next one. Yeah, and then also we were thinking about down the street, the brewery. That would be that might be a fun place to Rock Radio USA.
Yeah, we need to work them.
Get an event going on. Yeah,
because Paul knows them or knows so it'd be something to network a little bit, and I'd love to be able to go in because that's a great place.
Me and Tommy have been even talking about just getting in like acoustic circles or drum circle type just to meet up and have an excuse to be around this more musicians and.
It's like that Irish folk culture, It's there's so many bars like growing up that I've been through. It's like then you just see a crowd of people with their acoustic instruments or whatever get together and just have like a folk jamboree. Shout out to the Old Town School of Folk Music.
Yes.
Yeah, my brother-in-law's working there.
Nice.
That's what he's doing some. I shouldn't say working. He's actually volunteering there to get like free. Guitar lessons, and it's really working out for him. He gets to see a lot of the shows there and stuff. It's a great thing.
Third generation alumnus of
that's cool
of the Old Town School of Folk Music.
Yeah,
that's where I learned to play the drums.
Yeah. My wife got us for our anniversary. She got I went there as a child. Like I took guitar lessons there.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff. Like when I got back from the Marine Corps, I took lessons there. But then, my wife got us like an anniversary present, so we were playing the drums together and took lessons. But before that, I wasn't a drummer, so now I guess technically I am.
It's awesome, you guys. It's awesome. It really is. You got to meet Marty Stewart, which is a hero of his, not too long ago.
Ooh, cool.
The old country western, or great Nashville legend, basically. You guys. So that was shout out to Marty Stewart.
That's awesome.
Turbo is again an old friend. That's the one song. That's Turbo. That's what
I love
written.
that. Yeah.
That's
Turbo.
That's what it's written about. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, great keyboard player. Doesn't get out enough. Could use him a little more often, but he's part of the band. He's a wonderful addition when he's there.
Awesome.
So,
well, Kirk, if you don't mind me asking, do you remember what was the first song you yourself wrote?
Shit. It was probably a riff or whatever. But the first song might be. Yeah, that's a good. I can't really think about it. I think the first song that I really wrote that I think is a song is Rodeo Clown. Okay?
Awesome.
Beyond that,
funny,
a lot
I was
of
actually going to bring that one up regardless. Yeah.
That's the one I would say is more or less, a full-blown song that I have pretty much worked out all the parts. And here, if I recorded it or I play it for you tonight, that'll sound the same pretty much all the time. The beat might change, but I would say that's the one that. But there's others. The first song Matt and I wrote, I think, is That's Turbo. Probably.
That's Turbo.
Yeah, because it was probably about the time when,
That's Turbo.
Turbo was at his heyday, let's just say.
Yeah, he was on one, huh? He was lit up.
What do they call that?
Gasoline filled to the brim.
He was on a burner or whatever they call it. Man. Yeah. No, he's a stunt man. There was a line in the song about he used to do things that a stunt man would do. Like a car driving by, he'd like bounce off of it or do say shit that what do you tumble downstairs, and really hurt himself.
A professional clown.
No, not really hurt himself. I remember one time he flopped himself on a car, like broke his hand or something. He didn't say. I was like,
legend.
One of the great.
This guy contract with WWE.
Yeah, no, I mean he was going. He had an apartment this is a great story. He had an apartment up in Highland Park, right downtown Highland Park, above a travel agency. And we would jam there. The travel agency would close, but at night we'd be upstairs jamming and having a good old time. And one time, and we used to record stuff. We'd be recording, and for some reason, we needed like breaking glass. We wanted to record breaking glass. Oh yeah. So I go downstairs with now this is a cassette. This is back a cassette tape recorder. And he's up in the window, and he takes out the storm window from the window, just this big square window, and he just flatly just drops it down. The moment he drops it, a Highland Park cop pulls down the alley. Like the moment he drops it, and I'm sitting there recording, and I look like there's a cop. The guy gets out and just is like, "What the hell? What are you? And I got the tape.
Busted.
But I'm like,
busted.
We're recording something. Like we're doing something. Like.
Oh no, officer, we're just recording.
We have a permit for this.
We have
a permit.
Don't worry, officer. It's art.
And he's like,
it's
yes,
art.
Right. This is art. And he's like, you call that art? He goes, clean it up. And he left us. Fun stuff. Yeah, the Turbo is a legend. There's legendary people in your life, and he's one of them.
That's awesome.
And then he became my brother-in-law.
No kidding.
Yeah. Then then we married sisters.
No kidding.
No shit.
Wow.
So we were close.
Shout out to Turbo.
Shout out to Turbo.
I was gonna say that was actually one of my questions. Was during your like party shows, did you guys ever get busted?
No, we never. We always
guys played it cool.
It was
Awesome.
always. By the time the heat would show, the cops or everything would, everybody would dissipate. It was like you didn't want to get caught or whatever. So the band be like, go inside the house, just hide out. We don't know what happened. Man, that house, I tell you, now I think about it, oh gosh. A lot of yucks. A lot of trouble. People falling off the roof. The one guitar player I was telling you about, the guy that got me started.
Not jumping off the roof like Almost Famous, like the movie?
No, there was an old farmhouse, and up on this one part they had built like this deck, and they had this big, huge wrought iron gate or fence around it. So it's like, Victorian kind of, and, it was old. And somehow we're partying, and I was downstairs, and somehow he leans on it, and it just falls. And he falls like a floor down into these bushes. And I hear this, and it's a horrifying noise. It's like, you hear this, like, what the hell just happened? And that was like, we had to get that back up before my parents came home. I remember there's a huge wrought iron piece of steel. He's down in the bushes just like, call my mom. Trouble. Woo. Yeah, a lot of...
Did he break anything?
No, he still complains that he's injured. He never did anything. I go, sorry, Jeff. Sorry about that. But yeah, he got hurt, sure. A lot of people did. Man. Yeah, it was one of those things, you guys, you didn't want to be the last, you didn't want to, like, fall asleep or anything like that.
Not at your parties.
No, you had to, that was back in the day when, you'd wake up with something written on your, shit like that. People did bad things to you, You didn't want to, you had to maintain.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
And hopefully there'll be a few more Zuka Show parties coming up here in the near future.
Don't fall asleep. But
you heard it here first. Don't fall asleep.
Don't pass out.
There will be Sharpies.
Yeah. There will be.
Well, in this day and age, we'll wait for you to fall asleep and then use your thumb to open up your phone and then just start opening up a bunch of subscriptions and credit cards and stuff.
I didn't buy that. Like,
bro, I just stole your identity.
Right.
Gotcha.
Now you're affiliated with some German
way to party these days.
It's like I found this site you could just mail order brides. Gotcha.
There's a whole list. They're all coming down. Oh, you guys. Trouble.
Excellent.
Oh, fun stuff.
Well, prior to recording at Rock Radio USA Records, shout out, we're up and running.
Yep.
Did you guys record anywhere else? We've done local Chicago?
Geez, I did you guys, I worked with a band decades and decades ago called Gabriel Bondage and did some recording with them up in Libertyville.
Gabriel Bondage.
Up at Rainbow Bridge, recording studios. This was a long time ago.
Okay.
Those records are probably still out. He was, the heavy metal. It was, fun stuff. We had a good time. And, but beyond that, couple things here and there, but just, it's a little while ago, but we did some recording up at Mike's garage and up in the attic that we did. Nice. And there's one song that we're going to release from that, probably a couple others once we do some editing. But
we taking it back to the Slingerlands?
Yeah, to the Slingerlands and to the there's a few things there that are worth noting.
Yeah. Who named the Slingerlands? You guys were going by that.
That's again, I probably told the story before, but that's just, we were playing one time and we had bought a purple Slingerland drum set, and it had the name Slingerlands on it, and
already written out
on it. So we're like, yeah, we're the Slingerlands. All right, so it became a running joke. But the fact is one of the other guitar players in the band is Rob Slingerland, who is a Slingerland, is an heir, or is
That's some drum royalty.
Yeah, that's drum royalty. Okay, you ask any jazz drummer, Buddy Rich and all those, Slingerland, all right? Well, the company was in Niles until the 70s, I think, or whatever. They finally sold out to Gibson Guitars, and I think that's who owns the name now or whatever. But we decided to become the Slingerlands, and I know it's, there's some little discrepancy here, but we always thought about, we can be the Slingerlands, and the Gibson will sue us. And then we'll say, no, we got the real Slingerland here in the band. And we could then to be like, oh yeah, we like you guys now or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we thought we could
sued by Gibson would be a joy.
To turn it our way.
Totally.
Get
that's an old school publicity stunt.
Right.
Yeah, do it
you
right.
You get that from Gibson, like in between their bankruptcy settlements and stuff. There you go.
And
bankrupt more times than Trump.
Stupid band out of Chicago is using our name. Call the lawyers. We're not gonna stand for this.
Down.
Take them down. I don't care who they are. Yeah, the boardrooms, it's like they're pissed. Fucking Slingerlands.
Yeah. Well,
no,
that's mean. That's going to be a great number. I'm excited to get that one out as well.
Yeah, that was. There's a few others on that too that are decent that we'll do some editing on, but fun again. A lot of you guys. It's all about having a good time. People love good music. I don't know how good ours is, but it's it's negotiable.
Hell yeah, rock and roll.
It's a lot of fun, It's about the vibe.
It is.
And you guys got the vibe for sure.
Yeah, we have fun. That's the thing. And a lot of it's just impromptu. That's another thing we like. Just hit a note and just start going. It's kind of odd, but sometimes it's just the wildest things will happen.
Yeah.
And just get a beat, get somebody, and just let it happen. Jamming is fun. Having the free range music, basically,
Yes. Yeah, I like what you guys got set up in the garage.
Organic. I like the terms,
Yeah.
Free range organic music. Mm-hmm. Chickens with their heads cut off.
You heard it here first. Zukas. And right about this time we'll break away and get into the music. But everyone, please check out Zukas. We got the Bomber out now. Tomorrow, Jam 13 drops. And plenty more numbers coming.
There you go.
Until then, thanks everyone for tuning in. Party on, Wayne. Rock on.
Party on.
Yay. Love it, you guys.
Over the cattle wall, over the wire trial, over the girly pants. I wear girl pants every day. Over the friendly nights. TV. And I just wanna be. I just wanna be. Left to my own devices, sugar and spice and a couple of ices, kick greens and red in the book on ices. I don't think they know what nice is. Way up north in an old wood shack, keep it to myself, I don't look back. Neighbors don't get rolled through from me. No one around here far as I can see. Left to my own devices, sugar and spice in a couple of vices. King Crimson read a book on ices. They don't know the prices. Playing my piano, playing black keys, sitting here just shooting the breeze. Going around here, wanting to please. I'm just down here getting the please. Now, left to my own devices, sugar and spice in a couple of vices. Key crimson red ain't a book on ices. I don't think they know the niceties. Kaptain speaking. Let's see what this is. don't know where. Pulling off in a lay-by, take a piss and fix my hair. Somewhere near Papa, east of Montclair. Met her at a party, a Halloween affair. She dressed as Cleopatra, long, long black hair, sitting next to a 56 black Bel Air, smoking a cigarette. She saw me standing there. I told her I'm Samson, Delilah didn't cut my hair. I've been driving forever, I just don't know where. Pulling off into labor, take a piss and fix my hair. Somewhere near Papa, east of Montclair. I met her at a party, a Halloween affair. Dressed as Cleopatra, long, long black hair, leaning up against the black 56 Bel Air, smoking a cigarette. I saw her standing there. I told her I'm Samson, Delilah was not there. She asked me for a cigarette. I told her I only smoke sativa. She gave me a quizzical look. I made her a believer. I've been driving forever, and I don't know where. Gonna fix my hair. Fell to work in a funky space capsule. Mama found him walking, peanut in the prison bar. All he had in his funky space capsule, broken record from home. And an old guitar, and an old guitar, and an old guitar. Mama took him home, fed him hot links and baked beans. Baby grew the balls and bought a man. You go for a honey baked and be rocking. There you are, Texas, your little blue car. Little blue car. Baby grew the ball. Baby grew the ball. Baby grew the ball. Boy to man. What's the plan? Baby now. Jet rockets. Jet rockets. Floating high over Hanoi, sit here in an old A4, just like a little boy. I search and destroy. Look out below, look out below. Look out below, look out below. Walk my parachute along, blast it out of my ball. I've been through a lot. It'll take all I got. Look out below, look out below, look out below, look out below. What goes up must come down, like the rain meets the ground. Every line. Living in the cage, you don't know what it's like. Come on, fight with me. Look out below, look out below, look out below, look out below. What goes up must come down, like the rain meets the ground. A circle goes around. Live in your cage, you don't know what it's like to be free. What becomes of me? Look out below, look out below, look out below, look out below. Look out below. What goes up must come down. Rodeo clown. I am rodeo clown. Moving on from town to town. Moving on. Like Cleopatra on the Nile. Into the breeze there I run. Tears of a clown is what I saw. Down on my bed. Hope the good Lord looks after me. The pussy's in black and white. The cowboy wants to make the light. Rodeo clown. Moving on from town to town. Moving on. We head out the bar. Cowboys pile into my clown car. We ride into the night. We won't get home till daylight. I'm just sitting there trying to buy my beer. And cowboys tell me my money no good here. And when I go try to pick up that chip, the cowboys have used all my tricks. What am I gonna do? Upside the head with a big clown shoe. A pile of space. I am a rodeo clown. I am a rodeo clown. Moving on from town to town. Moving on. you're really gonna love this place. No sign of the human race. Fukushima, yeah, Fukushima, Fukushima. You're gonna love this place. No sign of the human race. Take your heart in the heart of town. Never gonna feel right. I know I feel and I know right there. Never gonna feel alright. Fukushima, Fukushima, Fukushima. I think you're really gonna love this place. Fukushima, Fukushima, Fukushima. Gonna love this place. No sign of the human race. Take a cab to the heart of town. Nobody land around. Waiting all day at the hardware store. Nobody's home. Fukushima, Fukushima, Fukushima. I think you're gonna love this place. Rock Radio. Got blind ambition, wants to get things done. Better watch out from before your daughter and son. She's got a nice blonde, she's kind of a fox. Better watch out, wanna bring your kid home in a box. For more years of war, for more years. Got the pride, wants to get things done. Got a real ambition. Gotta be number one. Got ideas, wants to get things done. You better watch out now for your daughters and your sons. For more years of war. For more years. USA! driving forever, and I just don't know where. I'm gonna pull off into a lay-by, take a piss and fix my hair. Somewhere near Paw Paw, east of Montclair. Met her at a party, a Halloween affair. A Halloween affair, right there. She dressed as Cleopatra, long, long black hair. She leaned up against a black 56 Bel Air, smoking a cigarette. I saw her standing there. I told her I'm Samson, and Delilah was not there. She asked me for a cigarette. I told her I only smoke sativa. She gave me a quizzical look. That's when I made her a believer. I've been driving forever, I really don't know where. I'm gonna pull off into a lay-by, take a piss and fix my hair. To answer the call, hollowed memories in some dusty home. Sat on a flak jacket to protect his ball. Daddy blew a bomber into the sky. Never had time to say goodbye. Dropping bombs on people he don't know. You go there, the scars still show. Got shot down by the crowd. Used to always tell me, just shut your mouth. Parachuted out the bomber door. POW 44. No, 44. Daddy blew a bomber into the sky. Never had time to say goodbye. Dropping bombs on people he don't know. You go there, the scars still show. Daddy flew a bomber into the sky. Never had time to say goodbye. Dropping bombs on people he don't know. You go there, the scars still show. Daddy flew a bomber in the last war. Went over there to answer the call. Hollowed memories in some dusty hall. Got VD from a London hall. Parachuted out the bomber door. POW in 44. POW in 44. POW in 44. Felt you was in a funky space capsule. My Mama found him walking peanut, the pleasure bomb. All he had is his funky space capsule, broken record from home, no guitar. Oh, guitar, no guitar. Mama took him home, fed him hot links and baked beans. Baby grew to boy and boy to man. Sure do go for a honey baked ham. Jet rockets, where you are. Jet rocket, your little blue car, your little blue car, your little blue car. Dink.
Take that. Take that.
You're gonna take it. You're gonna like it. Ooh, how about this one? Breaks and the sun comes up, back by a Connie caravan. The hawkers and the barkers comes acrobats, sleeping in heaven, down by the river. Wolf boy searches for breakfast, roots through last night's trash. Now here comes Pin Man. Here comes the Pin Man. Dawn breaks and the sun comes up, back by a Connie caravan. Hawkers and the barkers, clowns the acrobats, sleeping in their van, down by the river. Pin Man, kinda like a tin man, got no heart, pierced it with the jaw. The Pin Man, kinda like a tin man, got no heart, pierced it with the jaw. Walking on the waiting at the break of dawn. That's where you're gonna find a Pin Man, waiting at the heart of time. He won't let you down. That's where you're gonna find a Pin Man.
songs or carny songs, as they call them, or whatever. This is the clown song. It's kind of there's like the, what do you call that, an opera. It's like the, dawn breaks and sun comes up. Kind of the same thing now. Don a clown suit to join the party. Walk a mile in those shoes. I can't make it on clown wages. That kind of money won't do. That kind of money won't do. Blow a pumpkin down the street. Jack Frost that nipping at my feet. Now what am I gonna do? Gonna do? Emmett Kelly takes a bow. Red Skeleton sweeps the spotlight from a street. And the ringmaster Ned leads them all in a totally passion play. Emmett Kelly takes a bow. Red Skeleton sweeps the spotlight from the stage. And the ringmaster Ned leads them all in a totally passion play. Hey Bozo, what's your name? I saw you at the convention, sitting at the building, shooting on your rubber. Hey Bozo, what's your name? I saw you at the convention, sitting at the bar with a tear in your beer. Tootin' on your rubber home. Tootin' on your rubber home. Meet me round back. I got something I'm gonna show you. This helps me pay the rent. That's another clown song. Yeah, cram it, Clowny.
Welcome to the show. Rock Radio USA. Now Rock Radio USA. Welcome to the show. Rock Radio USA. Now you gotta know, yeah. Rock Radio USA.
And when you see it, there's like at one point there was like, I don't know, 10,000 people living underground in this place. There's, you know,
And they got like livestock.
Beds.
They've got like corridors and barns and stuff like
Yeah.
down below.
carved into the limestone. Right?
It's
They-
like
But it-
super well orchestrated.
but how? Again, I mean, why? You know,
It's because there's
like,
definitely
were they
was
running
past
from?
civilization.
right. There's something.
Let's be
that-
honest. There's
right.
no way
Right.
there wasn't.
No.
And
I think that's a given.
yeah,
I think you guys, we're so our hubris is astounding. You know that, again, we're just waking up.
Yeah,
really,
I
we're
think
just
so.
waking up and going, hey, look,
Yeah.
look at we're on this rock going through, going, I don't know.
we're on the timeline they fed us. Who knows if history is written by the winners?
Yeah.
Who really truly
But
knows?
you get what you're what you're seeing before your eyes is the fact that, okay, people did this.
Mm-hmm.
Civilizations before us made these things and did these things or understood whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just kind of figuring it out. Now, just recently, the amount of the quantum stuff and everything they're finding, but some of the stuff, the fractal stuff that they're finding in nature, you guys. It's like there's something spooky. Einstein called, there's a thing that Einstein, remember there, he called something, one of his, one of the last things he was working on or something, but it was like, and now they're finding it, the God particle, whatever, but he called it spooky.
Yeah, it was the goddamn particle, the Higgs boson.
But what he was finding, what he was saying is that between, they could have, now I think they've done it now, where they've got this one thing to do something that it's doing at the same time. This other thing that's farther away or whatever is doing the same thing.
It's quantum entanglement.
Yeah. So it's like what it's proving is, first off, anything's possible. That's really what's scary and wonderful about
the female
it.
orgasm.
And speaking of which,
exactly.
Shout out to Einstein and Pi. While we're high, we are rolling.
Wow.
This is the Roundup episode
And if you're
3.
listening, you are the resistance.
I am the enemy within.
Einstein, the spirit molecule, right?
Yeah.
Or he was really
He called it
something.
spooky. He says, there's something. He goes, I found something. So he got to the. It's like he got to the end and went.
Well,
spooky.
I think it gets spooky when we really start to wake up. That consciousness connects us like way more than we think. Music, but telepathy,
vibration.
Vibration.
Yeah.
It's all part of the game.
Yeah.
But we're so much more connected than we think.
Well, what's the one thing? You only use 3% of your beer. The other is clogged with beer bong or beer hops, and but yeah, you guys, our potential. Dear Lord, look what we've done. Think about that, you guys. We're the only species that is actually like we can destroy ourselves. Good going.
Not just ourselves,
Terrible.
but like the whole planet too.
Yeah,
the whole planet with us. Just like something freezing.
So is that, you guys? I don't know how divine that is. I don't want to be, just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think what you're gonna find is that what happens on this planet, and check this out. Look at the biodiversity just on this little minor planet going around a minor star on the outskirts of some, we have all this here. You don't think that look at this place. So this universe, I'm pretty sure, is teeming with life. I mean, you look at the ocean. We don't even know what's in the oceans. You guys
know nothing. This is probably monsters.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be. It's wonderful to be
like
here.
This point in time too. Like think about it. Like we've been around for however many tens of thousands of years, but then it's like the planet has been
Our
around, we know it was like 300 some million years.
Go back, Becky. What you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was like a kick in the teeth to like all these, a lot of people, like 12,000, like they've done some carbon dating. Now there's going to be people are going to argue when okay. But whatever that is, first off, it was buried. What they're saying is it was buried on purpose. Mm-hmm. And all these, because there's a bunch of them now, not just that one. There's a bunch of these things that they're finding
buildings,
and then that somebody buried it on purpose, or over all that time, floods or whatever. I can buy whatever the story, but that's predating Sumeria by 5,000 years, you guys. Now Sumeria is a very advanced and that's 6,000 years. We're looking at you guys, and I know the transcendence of things, but we're looking at things that are like in galactic time, are you guys, this is nothing, So let's go back 40, 50, 60,000. Okay, now you got Cro-Mag, okay. But let's go back beyond that and say, what was going on 1 million years ago? Now we're in dinosaurs or whatever. But there could have been, you guys, it seems to me that there were civilizations that have come and gone that we don't even know about.
And how would we? How would we find out about them? I saw something where it's like right now, if if we all of a sudden just went extinct and died out like that, And then, like, a million years from now, how would they figure out that, like, we even existed? It's like, how would that not be erased?
There might be certain stone artifacts that would last.
It would be the microplastics and shit.
What you have to,
the plastics that we're putting in.
Think
that are
about
like
all the
chemicals.
artifacts and all the things they have already found that they hide from us.
Well, sure.
That they probably well are aware. There's in
They
the
also
Vatican
control the
itself.
weather.
There's supposed to be numerous amounts of like hidden artifacts that we don't have access
to. The Vatican.
Shout out.
You guys, shout out to the Vatican. Shout out to the
Papa
NSA.
Francisco.
Yeah, again, whatever,
Papa
our knowledge
Francisco.
of things, though, I think is, it's, we're at a precipice or whatever kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we're going this way, one way, and we're going this way, the other. It's like we're that close to touching, eternity. Quantum. If we're figuring it out. We're pretty close. But it's like every time I think what happens is just like almost like the fractal things is you open another door and there's another. It's just you're not gonna. My feeling is you're not gonna find it. You're just not. We're gonna. Science is gonna do what it needs to do. But I think those answers.
The eternal question.
Yeah, you're not going to, come on, stop asking. That's my thing is you guys stop asking because obviously whatever it is doesn't want you to know. It's as simple as that, Yeah. And deep down, you probably already know it. You just don't know it. You know what I'm saying?
Hidden
that
in plain
90 other
view.
7% of your brain is just going, you idiot. Like, come on,
Yeah.
It's simple,
What if we're living in a simulation?
I just was going to mention something about how this has already happened, you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is like when you hear about okay, like when you're at death's door and your life flashes before you or whatever, it's like this has already been done, and you're just going through it again. You're or it's just this one time. I like that idea. I like the idea of that. Now, you guys, this is a physical place, and there is, we have maybe some feelings and everything else, but, if it really is where you don't know where you were before you were here, and you were in the void or were, you know what I'm saying? Now, you could reincarnate all those things, maybe, but what it gets down to is, what if, what if it's not? What if it is? Boom, you're gone. You're gone. You don't exist anymore. It's pretty easy, really. Yeah. That's a pretty easy thing that where, you imagine that all these different mankind has come up with. I don't know. I just read something about how many gods throughout history there's been.
1,000.
Just one.
Right. But how many?
Shout out to Jesus.
Shout out to Jesus. But how many throughout history though? Like the Greeks, they had Zeus, and these guys had,
what about the rock and roll gods?
You guys think about it though. It's like,
what about Super Saiyan God?
Yeah, right. All
numerous.
The things that.
But there's probably
the
Have you ever done
Sumerians and all,
DMT?
they're all Egyptians. All those Egyptian, man, who are all those guys? Those were some cool gods.
Yeah.
Where do they go?
Shout out to Set.
Yes, right.
I think
where did that guy? Is he still around?
Possibly they were in physical form too. Like there could have very well
the
been
pharaohs are
gods who
the pharaohs were
giants or
the pharaohs were looked upon as gods. The pharaoh was the kind of like now we're the priest is close to God now, or but a pharaoh was actually the living embodiment of a divine being.
It's pretty convenient for
they just
Pharaoh,
gotta let us into the Vatican
right?
and check out all
this
those
is easy for me.
classified.
And then it ends up
good.
that if you study like what happened, is that because it was a patriarchal or a matriarchal society, that the incest that would happen. Okay, that's what was I think it was Tutankhamun or whatever they found was this guy was riddled with bad diseases and shit. It's like
even look at like the British monarchy, like Queen
Same
Elizabeth
thing.
and
Right.
Prince Philip, like
they're like cousins,
her husband,
right,
twice. They're
Right.
cousins through different lineages.
So this was something that would happen throughout any kind of royalty or whatever. It would start.
So they say about that royal blood,
Right,
you know, that's,
right.
or the Habsburgs, like all these different dynasties in Europe. It's like they have that like royal blood, but that just means like incest.
How did they become royal, though? Are they the ones hiding the truth from us? These royals?
I mean, yeah, they're just the wealthiest. They're like the powerful families and stuff. They would be like,
Are they
like,
actually
what-
from like
Prince Philip was
King-
from Greece. Like he was Greek, and then like Queen Elizabeth, like they're a bunch of their families from Germany and
Yes.
stuff. But it's like
Yes.
they're all like one family or like one
European
like
royalty
extended
was like,
family.
because you
for
would marry. What was the
hundreds
idea?
of years.
You know, it was a big chess game. You know,
Yeah.
If I marry this guy or he marries my daughter, you know,
That's where
and it
Game
all-
of Thrones
you know,
got it from.
Right.
man.
It's very, you know.
It's all been done before.
And then and then to the brutality of, you know, some of the queens and stuff that, you know, oh my gosh, what'd she say? I don't know. She would behead her, you know, it's like
Off with her head.
off with her, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like, you know,
Brutal times.
brutal.
Yeah.
And
Brutality
like they
was
were,
real.
and again,
Couldn't
these are
just
like the one I
clown
was reading
around
about
back then.
was she's like 18 years old, 17 or 18 years, you know, not like, you know, and it was just a horrible situation, you know, just well, this is how it has to happen. This is what we do, you know.
It's don't dig into Islam.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you ever done DMT?
No.
Oh man, you're talking about a simulation. And it's
Yeah.
like that'll give some credence to that.
Yeah.
Just do a little bit of that stuff, and then
That'll give you a pretty. Mike has. Mike told me he makes it.
well, we technically we
seems-
all do.
Yeah, we all-
That's,
right,
we
it's
all
in our
got it.
system.
in your dream and death, right? It's released
Well,
during death.
it's
and-
in like it's found, and that's why they can't like really make it illegal or like enforce it because they would have to make like
It's in almost every
like
plant.
hundreds of different plants.
Well, it's in
yeah.
our brain.
Yeah.
Our brain
Exactly.
makes
Our,
it,
our
right?
body.
Like,
Well, and then they talk about like because they find it in our urine too. Like you can find traces of it. Like
Yeah.
we do like a blood test or a urine test, and then it's like
Yeah,
that
that
doesn't
ayahuasca,
necessarily mean that it's
whatever
is
covered
that
up.
what the
that- yeah.
philosopher's stone is?
Yeah.
Our own piss?
Well, I think that's what a
Probably.
lot of the.
It's like
I'm
hardened
pretty sure
piss.
what a lot of
People
that's.
drinking their own piss out there?
No, but I
Shout
think
out
a
to
lot
Bear
of that
Grylls.
stuff has to do with, you know, the esoteric stuff. That's, you know,
Yeah.
it all has to do with people taking more likely psychoactive things and having, you know. So when you hear about somebody having a vision or whatever, well, they really didn't tell you that. Oh yeah, they were doing some kind of mushroom or they were doing something. All, you know,
They had like
that-
ergot poisoning.
right.
It's like
That's another
laced
those
with
you
like
guys.
lysergic acid,
Right.
which is like a cousin of lysergic diacid, which is
Yeah.
LSD.
That
Shout
was
out to
those
psychedelics.
Yeah. And shout out to my boy Dylan. Dylan got me for my birthday the book of Aquarius.
Oh, cool.
And it has to do with the Philosopher's Stone. And if you read into it, it gets really into, you know, people distilling their piss and
Awesome.
what can possibly become of
Well,
that. And it
what
gets
about, you know,
wild, man,
He's
some of
it.
these
The
writings. like-
adrenaline gland or some of the things that, you know,
Shout out Dylan.
yes, Hunter
Like your
Thompson with the,
vagus
you know,
nerve, yeah.
you can only get that through a, you know, from a coroner or whatever. You know,
Mm.
it has to be a you know, a person's whatever the lymph nodes or something or whatever. But yeah, people do some strange shit. But that's what it is.
weird
We're
stuff.
trying, you know. You're trying to find trying to, you know, change your consciousness or trying to find another like wavelengths, you know, whatever to see, you know. Oh yeah, that's, you know, we've been doing that a long time. People have
Yeah.
been trying to, you know, now they've, you know, look at they're finding like elephants and all sorts of animals now, or, you know,
Yeah.
they're getting high, you know.
That's koala bears. Like they eat eucalyptus all
Yeah.
day long,
And
and
get-
it's because they get high as fuck from it. And
Yeah.
they're addicted to it, so they just go like they get crazy if they don't have
Yeah,
it. So it's
right.
like you just sit there and
They
feed
keep
them, and
climbing.
they're fine.
Yeah.
Higher and
But
higher.
yeah, that's-
Higher and higher.
What is the sloth on? The sloth's got to be doing the same thing. Right?
Yeah, the sloth has definitely got to be zoned out,
he's
man.
chilling.
Just on a psychedelics of something, you know. Just,
I was
just
seeing
chilling.
him like getting
Taking
in
it
fights,
easy.
and like one of them gets knocked out of the tree, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you," and he's got to like climb back up. Like 2 months later,
Yeah.
have a rematch.
But speaking of which, one of the best tools is music. You could, like, there's been times even in the garage jamming with you, Kirk, and it's like you get lost. Like, especially when you're just
That's what's so amazing about it.
It takes you somewhere else when you really start to. Yeah.
You get in that,
let it take
the zone.
You know? Yeah, the zone. There it is.
Yeah, where you get you get a good good pocket, a good drummer going, and just everybody gets on the same. That's cool. Like I said, when we do like this keyboard, I'll just set a note and just whatever you guys get a beat going, and everybody just starts doing something and getting some keys or whatever. It's wonderful.
Yeah, music is a drug.
It really is.
And they've used it for years and years. It's a healing.
Like today,
healing
it'll be a few days, and be listening to this, going, "Oh yeah, that was cool. Oh, that's oh, that was a clam. Oh yeah, say it. There'll be a few, but the
good, the bad, the ugly, all of it here on the rock.
But when you sit there and you can create that, and whatever just happened tonight is it's out there. Mike and I were talking about that, about like when we do. We were, mentioning this also about you just really like whatever date that was, that you go in and you edit out some of the stuff, but there's always some good stuff. There's always some good jams that we'll
and
have.
I'm the extreme on the other side where I'm like everything is great. We're keeping it, putting it out. Like I'll record everything. I'll get to the point where Tommy's like, really? We're recording this too, Mike? Like, are you serious?
It's unlistenable, unwatchable. Just
nobody wants
digital
to see
garbage.
This. No, that's true though.
Print it.
But again, when
that's
me.
When
you're,
I'm all.
But think about that, like like nowadays, you guys, I'm hearing stuff from bands that they would have never released any of this stuff, but now it's like, well, it's just history. So now you're gonna, it's like, man, that's but you'll hear like the, be it Black Sabbath, whoever, but you'll just see these like studio, takes or something of them doing something, and but you never would have seen that before.
No.
Now this stuff's getting released by the bands or whoever, and so now you're seeing these little snippets of either their home stuff like that. Even I mean, I'm seeing stuff recently of bands that I never seen that photo before.
Same.
It's cool.
Yeah, stuff is popping up, and it makes you wonder: is AI generating these
that's
old-time photos, or is this really a picture?
A lot of it is where people are releasing things. I have a feeling of
cool
that or their kids or whatever. That a documentary or something that you'll see stuff that a lot of neat stuff. But there's another story. AI. You guys, you talk about the the simulation or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how And there is no fixing it or making it better. Doing people are going to do what they're going to do.
I think it's hilarious. Everybody all up in arms, like pissed, like about immigrants trying to steal our jobs or whatever. But then nobody's saying shit about AI. Where it's like, give that a couple of years, and then you're not going to be worried about the Venezuelans. You're going to be worried about
a couple months.
Well, again, that's the thing about how's it put into effect. And what it's doing right now, from what I see, it's making people agitated. Mm-hmm. There's probably some people that's making real happy, guys that know how to use it and whatever, But the actual, I don't know, there's a point of it that's, I don't think it's cheating, but it's you have this huge well of material that you could just press a button now, and it'll make a song for you, or it'll make a picture, or it'll do what so you don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's all right.
Something weird about that.
But there's a point where I remember it's in it was a documentary Floyd did when they're doing Pompeii, and they were talking about back then. This is 69, about the equipment controlling you, and not you controlling the equipment. That whole idea that do you become
scary? It's kind of happening.
No, it's just guys. You become, it's like what I was dealing with tonight. Now you're dealing with. Okay, now I got to make sure everything works. Fuck it, just plug in straight.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be fine. But finally
we use AI a lot for making posts on like social media and stuff, like any sort of graphic design or whatever, or just like putting stuff out there. It's so easy just to toss that football to AI, let them do it. 4 seconds later, it's like better than anything I could do.
I'm heading to the beach.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, I saw one. I was like on Instagram.
I've tapped in.
I think there's more of them, but
it
bothers
like me, to be honest.
It's like girls, like you see like this stuff on Instagram, or it's like sluts like showing their tits on Instagram. But now it's like AI generated, like just like really beautiful women that don't exist, that aren't that, and it's just like, God, that's creepy to look at. But then you look at the comment section, really. And it's like,
oh man,
a bunch of desperate dudes just being like, oh my God, baby, I love you. Like,
but I'm just telling you guys,
gonna be dark.
It bugs me, man. The AI,
well,
some of it. It really does.
Here's something
I'll throw lyrics at it, or just like mess around with it and be like, "What do you think about this lyric?" Or "What would you write if you were doing these chords and this?" And it will give you something right away. But man, there is something missing. It's still missing. I don't.
It's just what it is. It's a huge
uncanny
pool.
valley.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
It's just a huge pool of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going to be used? You guys know shit, Okay, you can do it that way, or some guy's gonna, you could write this story for me or whatever. And but where does it go? The thing that's scary about it is that somebody can take somebody like me, let's say, and make me say things that I didn't say.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, I've got to explain it.
They also could take Rodeo Clown and run off with your number.
Right. But the thing that I saw, my daughter Brittany did something the other day. She showed me 10 pictures of people. She goes, tell me which ones are real. Okay? And I looked, and I picked out of 10 people, I could only tell that 2 were real. The others that that's a real one. That's not, I only got 2 right. Okay? So, and again, and that's just, you're looking at pictures in a magazine or whatever, Oh, yeah, that's a computer generated picture of someone,
Oh my God.
And she's like, yeah, it's happening.
Well, and that's the idea behind the simulation, is that eventually it's like, it's not like if, it's like a when. It's just a matter of time that we'll be able to make something that's a simulation that's like a facsimile of reality that is impossible to distinguish from the actual reality.
Right.
And so it's like the likelihood of that happening is way higher than the likelihood of it not happening.
What?
So it's
the
like
possibility,
what we're existing
that's
in now
the word
is like
right there,
more
though.
likely.
It's
the probability.
It is likely. It is.
It's more likely than it is.
The possibility is there, so it makes it real. I mean, it makes it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law, he just passed recently. That was the one thing he talked about: existence. He goes, if this is happening, anything can happen. When you look back on what we had, there used to be these huge reptiles running around,
dragons,
and they were fucking.
There's still a bunch of
griffins.
They invaded Palestine,
right? But you know what I'm saying? That you guys, there used to be these huge monsters. That in the sea there's these huge things and shit, and now, they've all kind of gone away, and now we're but we know about them. They existed.
Mm-hmm. They're coming back.
How can you imagine? And that's where AI or something, it's a possibility, you guys. It really is. I mean, anything's possible. That's the scary thing now. I mean, wow.
Yeah. It remains a mystery.
Live your truth.
That's it.
Yeah.
Chase that rainbow.
Are there any shows coming up for the Zookas? Anything in the books?
We're kind of in a little winter hiatus, I would say, but soon we'll figure something.
Good to hibernate.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Yeah. But
kick back.
Again, I got you guys like this, and the garage, the rock and roll lounge that's my home. That's where
love it there.
It's
a great place.
My neighbors love me. Yeah. They were actually, that's funny. They're like, same thing at Matt's. The one guy, there's a neighbor down the street when we're playing, the guy comes over and he'd be knocking at the door, wants us to play. And I didn't play tonight, but he always wants us to play Put the Hammer Down.
Yes.
He's like, put down, it'd be like outside, down. like yelling at us. We're up in the attic looking down. He's like, put the hammer down. Yeah. No, we got
Put the Hammer Down. That one's
that's
great.
a good one.
We got to get a good one of that one.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one to capture for sure.
We'll get the band together and get that one.
Yes, shout out to Matt. Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to John.
Mars Six Gun.
Yeah.
John.
I know Mars.
The whole gang.
That.
Yeah.
That was good, you guys. I want to again thank you very much. This is really a a pleasure.
Awesome.
And it's fun.
It's an honor to have you on.
Yeah,
Great to
good to be here. Good to be seen.
Rock and roll.
Good to be anywhere.
Crushed it.
Yeah, it was
Good
got
stuff.
loud.
Yes, and thanks everyone for tuning in. Until next time, peace, love, rock and roll.
Do it.